myself.
I heard you was in Bird Gang.
Who? Me?
Why you wear the purple?
Oh no, that's a chicken. Nah.
That was a chicken.
Yeah. I might be in Bird Gang. You know what I mean? That's us, that Purple City. You don't know nothing about that, nigga.
Shit.
That was I was an unofficial member, nigga.
Yo.
That's what you didn't know.
That I know that.
Yeah, they came to Patterson first, if you didn't know. Jones and them. We had a Dipset shop downtown Patterson. And Jones and Joel's used to come to the hood on a regular. Like, I know a couple of niggas in my hood back home that, like, really actually deal with them niggas on a regular basis. Yeah, we had one downtown. We was cool as fuck. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Do New Yorkers think Jersey is safer? Is that why a lot of them come?
I believe so, bro.
Okay.
They ultimately think, like, yeah, I'm in Jersey, I'm safe. No,
okay.
It's not. It's not. Not in Patterson.
Okay.
But, like, niggas moved to, like, Irvington, Elizabeth, Fort Lee. Not, yeah, it's cheaper, but ultimately they try to, like, if you a New York rapper or a singer, whatever, you try to get out of the same city that you live in to kind of like have some type of normal type of lifestyle, you know, like what's her name? Wendy Williams lived in Jersey for a long time. Fat Joe had a house in Jersey for a long time. Run had a house in Jersey, like, but that's on the outskirts of Jersey. Like, if you're not from Jersey, like, you wouldn't be able to tell, like, hypothetically where they from. Shit, the niggas in the Sopranos lived in Jersey.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Jersey, but that was that part of Jersey. It wasn't Patterson. Them niggas lived, like I said, Elizabeth, Fort Lee, all of the outskirts and shit like that. But you know, little Jersey history. You know what I mean,
I'm gonna clip this up.
You know what I mean.
All right, y'all. It's your host of the Wiretap, Tony. I'm here with my co-host Keon. We are back for another episode 21, like Savage. Yes, 21.
You heard me? 21. We got back, baby. Let's see.
We got our beautiful co-host here. Not co-host. Sorry, commentator Leah.
Yes, sir. It's Leah. Say you gotta say some shit, like some cool shit, like hootie hoo, like Melissa Ford.
Yeah.
We gotta come up with a catchphrase for you.
We might need to start doing drops for real.
Yeah,
that would be dope. I could put the drops in there.
Tell some Tony and Lee. Make that shit shake.
All right, y'all. We back for another episode. Like as always, we gonna spin that intro. So let's go.
Oh yeah, but also. Like, follow, subscribe. And if you're feeling generous and frisky, by all means, repost.
We double dog dare you.
All of that. Like, I wish a nigga would.
And we gonna respond. So don't be on no.
You ain't gonna get no bot. You gonna get us.
Yes, exactly.
We all we got. CMB.
All right, y'all. Like I said, we back. Episode 21. We got a lot to talk about. And let's get into our first topic. Well,
no. See, this is where he been messing up, y'all.
Yeah, I have.
Let's do our check-in, bro, because that's mandatory.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you first, because you normally ask. Man, how was your week, man?
My week was good. It's been a lot on my mind lately with where I want to move. Like, it's in the sense of my future.
Okay.
Like, what I want to do, where I want to be. I'm grateful for what I do because it definitely pays the bills, but ultimately I think it's not for me.
Okay.
And I'm kind of struggling with the responsibilities or chasing the dream. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I think at some point, as anybody who chases that dream, it's going to be a point where you got to kind of decide. See, with you have a little more leeway because you cut hair. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was the dream, bro. But this is not it's unfortunately, unfortunate that we are adults, right? And we have to sacrifice a lot of our wants, especially when we have children.
Yes.
We don't have no choice. It's like, yeah, I could pursue my dreams, but I'm 34, I'm 40, I'm this age, I'm that age. So it's like, you got to put the dream on the back burner. And I've never been one to live like that. My joints say, you know what? I'm going to try this. And if it don't work, then I'll go get another 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just always been one of them type of people, bro. Like
my saying. My saying is like jobs always gonna be here.
Yeah, they're gonna be there. They always gonna be here. Dream big, and I'm actually try to pursue my dreams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What he say on the song? I'm gonna try to Meek Mill life, dream chasing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, bro. Like, I chase my dream, and trial and error, my dream ultimately has paid off. Am I at my pinnacle in my career with cutting hair? No, but shit pans out. So I would definitely tell you to, if you can and you got the wiggle room to do that, do that.
Yeah. Like I said, I think I'm gonna prepare myself for that moment as best I can, because the one consistent thing I think I've seen with anybody who has kind of made it into that space is they have to choose.
Fair.
Right? It's either it's going to be this or this, because at some point this is going to become more demanding.
Yeah.
In the sense of hitting goals.
Eventually you're going to have to let something go.
Yeah. So that's
red or green pill.
Yeah. So that's kind of been like on my mind a lot, because, we had our meeting, and from what I'm seeing, from the numbers, like I told y'all, ever since y'all came onto the show, our numbers have increased. So that's telling me, like, if we keep going, 9 times out of 10, we're going to reach our goals. And at some point, we're going to start making money from this.
Right.
Which is the ultimate goal, essentially. But I know one of these two are going to become more demand. Because it's almost like, this is the funny thing about life. And I don't mean to go on a rant.
No.
The funny thing about life is, like, you ever say to yourself you're gonna commit to something, and then anything that could go wrong goes wrong? So it's like, in the sense of, like, if you say you want to save money, what happens? Your friends want to go out. Let's say you say no to that. Some random ass bill pop up. Apple.
Yeah. Y'all niggas are the devil.
Apple. Apple.
And Apple.
Apple, yes.
If you didn't hear us again,
Apple.
Where's my lunch money?
Right. So it's like those kind of things I feel like, I don't know if that's life testing your commitments, or it's just like, I don't know what to call that shit. But for me, that shit tends to always happen. The moment I say I'm going on this diet, or the moment I say I'm gonna start saving some money, it's like everything that could go wrong could go fucking wrong.
Yeah, it's just I think it's a test of your will. Like, are you gonna bend? Are you gonna fold? You gonna break?
Right.
Or you gonna say, okay, cool, this happened, and you get back to it. Like, and that's what. So if I envy those who have a regular 9 to 5, I also don't, because guess what you are. Win, lose, or draw, you have to be there, because if not, your ass is fired.
Yeah.
You don't have a job. To where me, I got a little bit more wiggle room, but there's really no stability, because if I don't work, I don't eat.
Right.
So you got to have that hustler's mentality. But sometimes I be tired, and I pick and choose when I say, you know what? My body tell me that. That shit be like, bro, you
for
sit
me,
down.
It don't matter if my body,
you got to be there. You on suspension, 90-day probation.
Yeah.
And that's the shit that I don't envy when it comes down to job. I like I consider myself as a free spirit, in a sense. You know what I mean? Like, I got my own free will. Either I'm going to be broke, or I'm going to have a couple dollars,
right,
or I'm going to be rich, or I'm going to be surviving.
Right.
With my field of choice.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I appreciate that.
Life is not like, I used
it's not for the weak.
Yeah, it's definitely not, because I've seen stories of people who, for the month, they might have made, like, let's say they make 10 grand in a month, and then next month they don't make nothing.
Yeah.
And then another month they make 3 grand, and then another month they make 900.
Bro, that's barbers for back to school, Christmas times, and New Year's. That's when we kind of make the most bulk of the money. But if you fuck that bread up, yeah, guess what? Right after Christmas, like any other household, bro, unless you get it like that, niggas ain't coming to get their hair cut.
Yeah.
They like, shit, I'm gonna spend this money on Christmas. Nigga, I'll shape myself up. Fuck you.
But yeah, in other words, that's what's been on my mind a lot. Because I feel like, I don't feel like I know we're going to make it.
Right.
But I think, again, there's going to be a day or time that come. We talked about this earlier. I was like, bro, if fucking Drake called you and say, yo, I need my hair cut.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get that paper. Unfortunately, like, the podcast is gonna be had to put on hold for that day. I'll be back.
He might need you for a month.
Yeah, let me go get this paper, but I'll be back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Yeah, I'm going to get that paper.
Yeah.
Like,
and by all means, I would understand that, and I would hold shit down. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, while I'm gone, in my absence, and vice versa.
Yeah. But how's your week been?
My week was good. We had the end of the summer pool party.
That shit was lit.
That shit was lit.
It was lit,
per usual.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Y'all know how to throw a fucking party.
Oh, thank you, yo. Yeah, we do that. You know what I'm saying?
Party,
That shit was lit. Monday was a semi recoup, but you know how my household do, and my family as a whole, they be like, shit, y'all niggas still got turkey burgers left over. Yeah. Let's run that back, big dog.
What y'all had? Them empanadas? Yeah. My girl
shout out
was
to my man.
Shit.
Jamil and his wife, bro.
She was like, yo, who made these?
Yeah, she fire at that.
Yeah. That could be a business right there.
Yeah, my work week was cool. You know, had a slow day in the week or whatever. But other than that, bro, like, if there is a problem or I had a problem, it wasn't nothing too major that's gonna stop my anything, bro. Like, I've always had a positive outlook even on the negative, bro, because I've been in negative situations to where I had to make it positive and see the brighter side of whatever it is that I had going on. Right. So if I get frustrated sometimes, that joint don't last that long, bro. Like, so if I had a couple trying moments during the week, it ain't last that long. And fast forward to us being here today, this ain't the front. I'm in the fucking good mood, bro. Right. Like, I came downstairs like, yeah, let's pod, nigga. Yeah, like, yeah, let's get it. Yeah. Very lavender. Yeah, you know what I mean? Fellas know this shit means happy.
Purple means royalty.
Well, that's me, nigga.
So purple is a royalty color, if you didn't know that. But all right, let's get on topics, y'all. Go ahead, Liz. Let's see what we talking about first. Let's see what we getting into.
So you know me and you been on our weight loss journey, hitting the gym, you know, big Pilates over here. Anyway, Ice Spice and Cleo got into it, and they started airing each other dirty laundry. Cleo accused Ice Spice of being on Ozempic. You know, Ozempic has been like the big drug they've been talking about lately.
That's the new BBL.
There's going to be any like health scares or future repercussions to people taking these medications?
I mean, yeah, especially when you don't know like some people just really be on the hype and they want to try it because they saw X, Y, and Z do it and they lost. But everybody body is not the same. You feel what I'm saying? And if I feel as though, like, if you can't lose the weight and there's another weight, like such as, you know, getting a tummy tuck, so on and so forth, maybe Ozempic. Okay, cool. Then go ahead and do that. I was looking online and a dude had a very interesting perspective on the whole they beef. It was like, did Shorty ask how far in advance was the notice to go on tour? Did you ask all the proper questions before you went on tour? And not faulting her as a whole, but then it's on the flip side. Ice Spice, this supposed to be your people. This shit round. This shit road dog.
Right.
Like, why would I tell you to come do something with me and then we have a little falling out and then I get on my platform, whatever it is, and air your dirty laundry out? She went as far as to say that Shorty had her fill at an Italian restaurant and ate her money's worth. Like, what the fuck that got to do with the price of tea in China, bro? Like, that shit's weird.
So to answer Liz's question, yes, I do believe that Ozempic will have repercussions because if I'm not mistaken, it's supposed to be for diabetes, right? It's a diabetic medicine. So for people who don't have diabetes, I don't see it. You know, I don't understand the use of it. I mean, in the sense of just losing the weight, yes, but I think, like anything, I mean, we saw it with the BBLs. BBLs eventually started having their issues. Yeah, they
what's that song? BBLs be killing y'all.
Yeah, but people, the problem was people started going, I guess you would say, like, I don't want to say illegally, but they started going to like trying to get it off the street. Because remember, there was a woman. Remember the butt injections?
Yeah, the butt.
Yeah. Cardi B spoke about that. She said she went to a basement in the Bronx.
So
and got hers done.
Like I feel like the same thing gonna happen with Ozempic. Like it's you know, it's giving some people a sense of a lifestyle that they never had before. And when I say lifestyle, I mean like, I'm gonna be real with you. Like when I first lost my weight, right? I lost my weight. I'm not gonna say the right way, but the honest way. In the sense of I hit the gym, ate what I was supposed to eat. I went from being 350 to 240, 235, right?
Okay.
And everything kind of changed as far as the attention, right? I didn't really know how to handle the attention.
Like in a positive way, like attention?
No, like no, as far as like in the sense of like being able to kind of maneuver between like what I wanted.
So let me ask you this. Were you uncomfortable with your weight?
When I got that? No,
when you were bigger.
Hell yeah.
And then when you got smaller, were you still uncomfortable then? Like in a sense of like,
actually the funny part
because that's a real question though.
That's a good question. The funny part is a lot of people, and I've watched a lot of content when it comes to weight loss. That includes any type of bodybuilding documentaries, people who did content in the gym. A lot of those people are very, very insecure
and self-conscious.
Yes, and self-conscious because they feel like the moment that they gain some weight somewhere that everyone notices. Like I'm talking about people who have phenomenal bodies. I'm talking about six-pack, chest, arms, legs, fucking toes. Everything looks good. They're some of the most insecure people that are out there. You know, a nigga with a whole beer belly can be way more confident than a nigga who got a six-pack. You get what I'm saying?
I can see that, bro, because I've seen it on social media and so on and so forth. Like now you feel as though you have an image to keep up.
Yes.
Like I've been small my whole life.
Right.
When I do gain a little weight, they be like, bro, you getting fat.
Right.
And I don't look at that as a negative. I'm like, nigga, I did this shit.
The funny part is, like, my dad was a small guy all his life. He just started gaining weight. Like, he really just started. And when I say gaining weight, I don't even mean like he looked bad gaining weight. I mean like he's just bigger than what he was.
Right.
He enjoys that shit.
Yeah, bro. And that's me. Like, bro, I'm damn near 40 years old. And the biggest I've ever been, and I can say this shit on camera, the biggest I've ever been was 168 pounds. Mm-hmm. And I'm technically a full-grown man. Well, I don't got that in height, and fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 5'5", and that's the most I've ever weighed. So when people tell me, like, yo, bro, you gain a little weight, I'm like, okay, shoot. Nigga, I moved up to a medium t-shirt.
Right. But
I'm happy.
But for me, it was more so like, all right, prime example, when I was bigger, it was like, oh, I look at you like a brother. Right? Anytime I try to...
You're like the teddy bear type.
Yeah. Oh, no, I look at you like a brother. Then I lost weight, and it was like, hey, big head, where you been at?
Yeah, now I'm handsome.
Right.
Yeah, like, what's going on?
Right.
You being weird to me now. So you didn't like chubby or heavy set niggas, but you like my size now. Now it's like, all right.
Prime example, when anybody called me handsome or like sexy, I used to struggle with it. Like, I'd be like, don't call me that. And they be like, why? I'm like, don't call me that.
I never have. Listen, my mother and my family and people have pumped my head up so much. Nigga, I'll be like...
But you know the funny part was...
Thank you.
The moment I lost weight...
All right.
I think it's a certain age range, right? I think when you're younger, like in my early 20s, it was a lot of that. And of course, when I lost the weight, it was a lot of that. But then it's like this whole beer belly or dad bod thing kind of hit. And next thing you know, the type of women that I wanted to date, now they like niggas with fucking dad bods. Yeah, I'm just like,
where did this come into play?
Right,
bitch, I got this 6-pack. Now you don't want this?
Right.
Like that's like the whole fad with beards. Like when I've always had this.
Right,
like I said, I done cut it down. I done grew it out. I done so on and so forth. And now it's like a whole thing. And initially when I had it, the beard with the bald head, they're like, how old are you? Mm-hmm. I'm like, bitch, I'm the same age as you.
Right.
The beard made them think, and the bald head automatically put you at unk status. It puts you at unk status. The bald head and the beard puts you at unk status no matter how old you are.
What did I
if
tell you
got
in the
that.
shop yesterday? I said, I remember I was dating this girl and she showed her friend a picture of me. And she was like,
You like older men?
No. She was like, oh, he look like a man's man. And I'm like, fuck that mean? Like, I'm like, what's she trying to say? I'm ugly? She was like, nah, I don't think that's what she mean. I just think she's saying like, you just look like a man. Like,
yeah, a man's man, like a nigga that can know how to fix your car.
yeah, so essentially, that's how she had to
this
break
is a
it.
thing.
Yeah, she had to.
A man's man is sexy.
That's how she had to.
A man's man, like, oh,
That's how she had to break it down to me.
Just from
unclog my gutters. Like,
just like is it a look? Like do niggas like look like a man's man?
Yeah, because I
don't look
think
like that, huh?
all right, so
no.
I don't look like that, huh?
No.
so like
The fuck I look like a pansy?
so I think there's like
Fuck boy.
There, now my shit say fuck boy, y'all.
I think there's a thing of like I think women put certain niggas in certain categories and depending on how you look. Because when I had hair and I had the beard, it was like, oh, you probably be fucking off. You look toxic. When I went bald, yo, that damn dog.
Sorry, we got an alarm system.
That's one thing y'all ain't got to worry about, somebody breaking into y'all shit. But
Jers.
shout out to Jers. I remember the first time I went bald, right? Because Ron was like, yeah, it's about to go. And
Want to pause real quick and put him in the room?
All right.
I pause the camera. Yeah.
We be right back.
Yeah, we be right back. Sorry.
All right, y'all, we back. Jersey was kind of going off, so we gonna get back into it. I'm sorry to leave y'all because it kind of, messed up the vibe, but fuck it, we gonna keep going. We real here. All right, Leah, what we got next?
Okay, so some illegal immigrants were caught on camera with guns taking over an apartment complex in Denver, Colorado. They had big guns too. Apparently, they charging rent and everything.
They definitely had big guns. Did you see the police response?
I did not.
So I had another link in there.
On top of it.
Yeah, but until something actually happens. See, that's the thing about the legal system. Something has to happen for action to be done. Which is the weird part because it's like I can sit here and tell you like, yo, this nigga.
The guns wasn't enough?
But they don't know who they are.
I don't give a damn. Bitch, y'all park one of these cruisers in this neighborhood, 2 or 3 of y'all, and let's get busy. Did you see the video where...
That's an idea.
Yeah, did you see the video where these niggas, the same, not the same, those same people, but the same Salvadorians? Were they Salvadorians?
Yeah, they was.
So.
Yeah.
Where they was on O Block in Chicago?
No.
Did you see that video? And they were shooting their guns
No,
on...
I did see. I seen the video. I seen the video.
Yeah, no, nigga, your job says protect and serve.
Right.
Get here. The fuck you talking about? If not, I'm just gonna move. I'm gonna terminate my lease, and bitch, you better not come sue me and ask me for no money.
Well, I think the interesting part is like, all right, so
Man,
you know how Republicans like to spend shit, right? So Republicans like, yo, look, this is a repercussion of them not handling
The border control.
right? So, like for me, what I hate about that narrative is like illegal immigrants have been coming over here for years, but to be an illegal immigrant and come over here and try to capitalize, like let's be real here, America is the biggest drug market in the world.
Right.
I think they said over like 40 million people use drugs here. Or more. I'm like, don't quote me on that. I read a statistic somewhere that said a certain amount of people use drugs in this country.
okay.
So if I'm a person that's coming here and I've been doing that within my own country, I'm gonna try to benefit from the market. I mean, business wise, that's just what makes sense.
Right.
To me, right?
Yeah.
Business wise, that
Money wise,
yeah, that makes sense. But I think the fucked up part about it is you kind of giving a bad name for the people who do come over here who generally want to
Legitimately, right.
yeah, who want to
Right.
succeed in the sense of doing what's right in the country. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, let's be real here. if I know, like I said earlier, if I know that this is the biggest drug market and I have an opportunity to come here, why wouldn't I take advantage of that?
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
Why wouldn't I take advantage of that? Now, the fucked up part is that, yes, they try to take over apartment complexes. You get what I'm saying? That's the fucked up part. And
Yo, bro, just imagine waking up, you going to take your kids to school, and it's two niggas outside with 40s and an AK, or AR. Like, what?
But think about it like this too, bro.
Once I drop these kids off, I'm not coming home. Plain and simple.
Think about it like this.
I ain't coming back. Fuck my house.
Think about it like this too, bro. I think the reason why the police are kind of hesitant to get involved is because we not talking about some regular schmegular drug dealers here. 9 times out of 10, them niggas is in cartels.
Maybe or maybe not. We don't know all of
They're
the
in a gang. I couldn't pronounce the name of the gang.
Right, they're in the. So 9 times out of 10, all right. And I hate to.
I'm not coming home after I drop the kids off to school.
I feel that. Pause.
Y'all can have this apartment.
I feel that. Pause.
Insurance.
But let's be 100% honest here, because that's what we do on this podcast. We raw and we keep shit real. Let's be real. Are you really about to fuck with a cartel? Exactly, and that's the same thought process with the officers. Because I'm just an agency. Cartels are normally dealt with by what? Feds, DEA, those type of people. You get what I'm saying? They have unlimited resources.
Right.
Unlimited. My police agency, we get a budget every year. And my budget let's say that my budget is fucking $5 million. I don't even have the resources to kind of investigate this. Just will I get involved if I see some shit happening? Absolutely. But at the same time,
yo, but as a civilian, right?
yeah.
And like I said, you getting up to go do your 9 to 5, and you see 3 niggas with a 40, a nigga with a K, and a nigga with an AR, and you already know because you done heard you know what I mean, communities talk, right?
Right.
So you done heard this, you done heard that, so on and so forth. Are you really still living there? Bro, once I get in my whatever car I'm driving, I'm calling the leasing office like, hey, check this out, big dog. Until y'all get this shit handled, I'm not coming back. I'm going to stay with a relative, so on and so. I'm doing that part. I'm not, bro. Why would I, in my wildest dream, shoot it out with a bunch of automatic weapons? Why would I do that?
Yeah, but that's the same thought. Like, my point being is, because a lot of people was trying to give flack to the police agency, and I'm like, yo, they don't have the resources to fuck with the cartel.
Yeah, and it's not, and I don't put it solely on them. Granted, their job is to protect and serve. But, yo, them niggas trying to make it home, too. Them niggas scared, too.
Yeah.
Let's keep it a bean. Like, yo, not all, but, yo, in a line of fire, I believe any human being has some level of fear. Like, y'all niggas is not out here Rambo status. Like, yo, when you sign up for the police department, Department of Corrections or something like that, this is my assumption. I don't know. I've never worked for any of those agencies, right? Your ultimate goal, just like when I step out my door in the morning, is to make it home at the end of the day. It's not to go out here and fucking be a super police officer. I'ma handle what's in front of my plate.
Right.
And anything other than that, I'm good. Bro, I can't really fault somebody if they say it's a shootout on Park Heights and they say 30 people are in the mix of the shooting. What the fuck am I gonna do with bullets that's flying? You think when they see those sirens, they're gonna be like, oh shit, the police here.
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
And like I said, with the cartel, they're a different breed, bro. That's a different mindset.
That's a different type of death, nigga.
Yes, that's a different mindset.
Different breed. That's a different type of death.
That's a different mindset. They ready to die. They doing whatever they gotta do.
They cool with it. They like fucking the bomber people. You feel what I'm saying? Like they with the shits. Like kamikaze. I die for this shit.
Yeah,
nigga,
facts.
I'm not dying for Deer Park apartments. Get me the fuck up out of here.
Right.
Don't even worry about it.
I just think
you don't worry about me.
Just in the topic, I just think when it comes to dealing with cartels, you got to move differently because their resources are unlimited.
No, you don't got to move different. You got to leave. The fuck you talking about? Yeah, let me see what they want and negotiate. No.
I mean in the sense of like
my shit say, hey, listen, big dog, can I talk to you for a second? Hey, listen, me and my family, we gonna give you this apartment.
Right.
Do you mind if we just move our shit out of here?
Right.
With all due respect, if you okay with that. If not, let me just leave because my job is still to protect my family.
Right.
So let me get the fuck up out of here. Y'all can have this shit. This shit ain't mine.
Right.
Bye.
Before y'all get off the topic, I do want to tap into the politics of it because it almost seemed like they were like it wasn't like a lot of news coverage on it. Like I didn't click on the link you sent, but I had just put in the Google search just to see what would come up, and it was mostly like just local, like the Denver Gazette, like this very local news coverage. Like, why is this not a big deal? And I almost feel like they're trying to keep it under wraps to see how far they might go to, like you said, so the Republicans can spin it. And
I mean, it's the same shit with our city. How much of our shit is show enough publicized, right? And if they tackle the issue, right, they only tackling the surface. Like if they say East Baltimore, West Baltimore is heavy in gang activity, blah, 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 so on and so forth. They have multiple guns. Where the fuck are these guns coming from? Because they don't have gun stores in the city. Let's be clear on that. They don't have that. Like I watch a little short doc on YouTube, and I don't want to specifically say it was East Baltimore, but nonetheless, long story short, they locked a 17-year-old up with 15 guns and 100 pounds of ammunition. Where the fuck did he get this from? Right. But that's a whole nother story that I ain't even trying to dig deep into because that ain't my lane. I don't know all the rights and wrongs and all the particulars, so I'm not gonna dig into that. But you know,
we're talking about legal guns and how they get into the country. Like, you want to talk about legal guns and how they need more restrictions on it, given the Georgia high school shooting.
That's okay. So I did my research on that.
It's that his gun was legal. However,
and condolences to
Absolutely.
the people who were involved, because I think a special needs kid.
Yeah, he targeted a special needs classroom. That was that. What's his name? Colt Grayson.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it. He only had been in that school for 2 days. What the fuck triggered you to target that? Bro, that shit be deep rooted. Like,
apparently it was already some backstory where he had already been planning a school shooting the previous year. The FBI was already aware.
So he got to high school and y'all ain't lock his little ass up prior to and his parent.
Well, you can't like again. That goes back to what I said earlier. You can't really do nothing until something happens. But yes, there were definitely signs there that should have been met.
Y'all should have been on his ass.
Yeah, met with some type of plan to avoid what happened.
Because even if they didn't lock him up, if the FBI had sufficient evidence to say, like, yo, this guy is unstable, get him some psychiatric treatment. Something is wrong. Don't buy.
Lock his little ass up. Put him in a psych ward.
Legally, they can't do that.
Man, yeah, I know they can't, but I'm just saying, lock his little ass up, and you do the psych evals there. And don't let him be free and see what the fuck he gonna do.
But to get to Leah's point, yeah, that should definitely be much more. Like, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm not a gun advocate person. I think everyone.
I believe in it.
Yeah, I think everyone should be able to have a weapon because you just don't know what motherfuckers.
Yeah, but they should do a psych eval.
Yeah, I think a psych eval.
It's so,
and I don't even think that it should just be once. I think it should be like at least 6 months.
Yeah, like you got to renew your license. You got to renew your tags. Why I don't got to renew my goddamn common sense or whatever when it pertains to owning a firearm. I own a weapon that could potentially kill an individual. I can get a driver's. I can get a gun license faster than I can get a driver's license, which is fucking wild. Because people ain't always wrapped too tight.
I just think. So the parents are being charged in this.
Yeah, and I love that
because the father had bought him.
Had a daddy in there too. The same shit your son gonna get, you gonna wear it too, and that's fair.
And I think it is fair, but I think there should definitely be much more policies put in place for people who decide to take up their Second Amendment, because we've seen this happen way too often. I'm talking about I think every year it's like a certain number of mass shootings. Just not even school shootings, but mass shootings in general, which I understand mass shootings are kind of put to the definition of it. So even what happened in Philly not too long ago, where multiple people got shot, that's considered a mass shooting, right? We know that was probably on some other shit. That wasn't on some.
It was a mass shooting in Baltimore City 2 weeks ago. 7 people were shot.
Exactly. So that is under definition a mass shooting. But when it comes to these,
but that was on some street shit.
Yeah, that's street shit.
I was just giving an example of the term mass.
Yeah, mass shooting. But
it's street shit.
When it comes to
civilians,
when it comes to that particular part of it, I mean, in general, because the shit in the hood you can't really defeat, because a lot of niggas in the hood don't have legal weapons. So you can't do checkups on people every certain amount of time. Right. But when it comes to people who legally own guns, there should be some sort of policy put in place to where somebody comes out to the house, hey, how you doing? How you been? Where's your mind at? You get what I'm saying? There should be something.
Yeah, I mean, but that's
where are you storing your guns? Who has access to your guns?
Yeah, that's more financial resources to have people to come out here and do that, right? And I'm not saying that they shouldn't allocate funds to do that, but it does cost a lot of money and a lot of manpower.
But I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it though.
I'm not saying that they shouldn't, but you also got to find people to do that shit though.
Yeah, that's true.
Where a lot of us is
but people will do that. I mean, at the end of the
yeah, but you gonna get the but you know what's the people that step up to do those jobs a lot of times, not all the times, but a lot of times, are motherfuckers who ain't rap right they goddamn self, and that's just what it is.
Well, that's why you got to find people who, in my opinion,
you a peace officer.
Yeah, in my opinion,
a bridge program in the police, okay, cadet do it.
Yeah, so for us, we have to do a yearly psych eval. So in the same sense, why can't that?
And you can get up there and lie too.
You can, absolutely.
So realistically, it's like a damn.
I mean, there's no real.
It's a damn if you do or damn if you don't.
It's no real thing that can be put in place to prevent a person from essentially doing what they do. You today, tomorrow, next week, you could literally wake up and say, you know what, fuck it, I'm going in the barbershop and I'm killing every motherfucking body, right? But you could have, if we had these policies in place where people were doing psych evals every week, when shit hits the fan, it's going to be well, we were doing the psych evals.
Well, maybe that'd be
It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, it is.
It's a double-edged sword.
I was trying to see how I could spin it, but
you can't. It's a double-edged sword. Because at the end of the day, you can't prevent a motherfucker from doing whatever the fuck they want to do.
Fair.
You might have... There might be... But what does happen, in my opinion...
See, you keep butting shit, and then you keep trying to make it make sense, and a lot of times that shit... Some shit just really don't make sense,
listen to what I'm saying. But at the end of the day... there is some sort of prevention that's able to happen, because if you doing these check-ins, let's say 75% of the people You feel what I'm saying? Let's say like 75% of the people don't have a fucked up mentality or their mindset's not fucked up. But again, like you said, let's go back to like what you said, they lied. Right? Out of that 75%, there may be, I said 75, what was that, 25?
Yeah, nigga, you can count.
So 25% that might be preventable because they are honest or because the family has noticed that there's something off with them. So that's 25.
So it's still rolling the dice.
Yeah. Essentially.
Ultimately.
Yeah, essentially. That's
rolling the dice.
Yeah.
I consider myself as normal, right? And level-headed or whatever the case may be. And there's no telling what could set you off, me off, Leah off.
Yeah.
There's no telling what could set me off.
Prime example, I was in a case once where a nigga never had a criminal record at all.
Right.
And did some wild shit at 55.
And he clicked out.
Right. So you're absolutely right. I mean,
probably
you
had
never,
good right to, but
you never can.
But it's not in the public eye. It's never gonna seem like, oh, I understand where you're coming from. It's gonna be like monster.
Right. What we got next, Leah?
Okay. Well, again, rest in peace to those who lost their life at the Georgia High School. Condolences. Was talking of being heavily armed. A TSU player was penalized for being armed with his air guns. Just making light at during his games, and he got in trouble for that. What do you think about that?
So for me, I think that's a culture thing.
Right.
I think that's a culture thing. When it comes to celebrations or doing certain things, like let's be real here. If I did this in the 90s,
nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Right.
But because of the sensitivity of what has been going on,
America has gotten soft, bro.
Yes.
Like, and I think a lot of things stem from had he did that and there was no school shootings or anything like that going on at that particular time, he would have been just fine. Right. But due to the fact that shit is happening right now is, oh. But a nigga can go, all right, bro, check your leg.
Right.
And that's cool. But he do it when I score a touchdown. Like, bro, where the fuck is it at in the rule books of what I can do when I celebrate?
Yeah, and I think too,
to
add to Keon's point about us being soft is that we've gotten to a point where we are kind of overreacting to something that is just, I'm not gonna say a joke, but
it's just like a culture, like you say,
it's a culture thing. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm doing like that,
putting a peace sign, like it's just a celebration.
Yeah, not even just that. It's just something to say, boy. Like if I do, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, killed him.
Right.
Not in the sense of literally kill him.
Sport where your whole goal is to take the nigga head off. Like, yes. Come on.
Yes, I think they definitely overreacted. I think that again, like you said earlier, America has gotten soft, and we've gotten to a point where everybody's just offended at every little thing.
You can't say or do nothing nowadays without somebody being offended. It's like, yo, like, and this is just my point of view. Don't kill me. Don't cuss me out when you see me. Like, bro, you chose a lifestyle.
Right.
You chose a lifestyle, whatever that may be. So you have to be willing to deal with whatever comes with it. I chose a lifestyle, whatever that may be. So I'm not saying, I don't feel as though that you should be badgered and harassed 24/7, but like, you can't say certain words because it's offensive. You can't make certain hand gestures because it's offensive. Yeah. You can't walk a certain goddamn way nowadays because it's fucking offensive. And it's like, what the fuck can I do? What happened to freedom of speech and all of that other good shit? What happened to that? Now I can't do nothing. I just gotta just, and this shit might be
offensive. Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't like that because I was molested by a preacher. Like, man, get the fuck on it.
Yeah, I think, like I said again, it's a cultural difference. I mean, white America doesn't understand black America to an extent,
and vice versa.
Yeah, and vice versa. What we got next, Leah?
I hate this topic. This is some clown shit. But a woman goes viral for posting her first date bill, which comes to a
goofy bitch.
whopping
Okay, sorry.
$766. Have
Great.
dates become more about what a man spends and less about connection?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
no.
That's
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
social media.
Absolutely.
Yo, like
Absolutely.
Shit.
No.
Some women,
topic.
some women have adapted to
A small portion of women who get highlighted on social media.
Bro, women didn't even want to go to fucking cheesecake anymore.
That bitch is a bird. Cause
like, come on.
anybody can name 5 bitches right now. But let's go to cheesecake.
Listen, I remember back in the day where when I went on dates, I could take somebody to a Fridays, Applebee's. You get what I'm saying? And we have a great fucking time. To now where you have to take somebody almost to a fucking, what's that place? A Ruxton or a Ruth Chris. You get what I'm saying?
It gotta be white tablecloths for these.
Yeah,
for
like
these
My first date was at Fridays, and we grown.
No, was it?
It was.
No, was it? We went to Hardee's.
Bitch, we had drive-through.
Yeah, nigga, we ain't even get out the car.
Bitch, filet.
That's funny as shit.
Nah, but yeah,
Hardee's.
like
I don't even eat there. That's crazy.
like some people like once again, social media plays a prevalent part, and it's one thing to up your standards and stop dealing with fuck boys and fuck niggas.
That's true.
I get it, right? But don't drag me through the ringer and I am a good person. Like, we can vibe out at Friday's Cheesecake Factory. Are you dating me for the bill?
Right.
Or are you dating me?
I absolutely think first date should be at a fucking coffee shop, a walk in the park. It should be something.
I ain't gonna hold you. One of my best
expensive.
One of my best dates was actually in the park.
Exactly.
Like, we went,
to get to know
got
somebody.
some Ritas, and we literally talked for 4 fucking
and you
hours.
said that was one of your best dates.
That's one of my best dates. But I think nowadays, like you said, social media has played such a big role in how people believe things should be done. And a lot of times it's because people want to do this.
Because goofy bitches like her post.
They want to do this. They want to do that.
Yeah, but what about some of these? And this is something that I've noticed, right? A lot of these women, I'm not gonna say a lot of, but some of these women that are posting these videos with their complaints and concerns and so on and so forth, guess what they already got? A fucking bag. And then you get these broke bitches, I'ma say that want that same treatment. No, mama, she already got a bag. So her standards can be, not saying you shouldn't have a standard, but don't want white tablecloth treatment and you are a fucking Target associate. Cut it the fuck out.
Alright, I'm not gonna say that. I disagree with that because I don't feel like it should go based on what I got.
I said some women.
Defined.
I said my key word. I said some women.
If I was a Target worker, you saying that I can only expect to go to McDonald's with you?
No,
that's not what he's saying.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if I treat you good as a woman, open doors, so on and so forth, and my money is not white tablecloth status.
Okay, then that's something different. Okay. I
But-
want you to flesh it out a little bit.
Yeah, okay, so I flush it out a little bit. If my money is not this status, and then now you don't want to be with me because I didn't Ruxton you, I didn't Morton's you, I didn't whatever the long list of say less restaurant, I didn't do that for you, and my money don't call for that. Like, bitch, my window might not go down on the passenger side.
Hey, yo.
But I got a car. The fuck?
All right, y'all. We be right back. All right, y'all. We back. Wait, let me do that again. All right, y'all. We back. Leah, what we got next?
A woman gets her car repoed while she was getting busy in the back seat.
That's hilarious.
That shit was funny.
That shit is hilarious.
Yo, the nigga that hopped out the back of the car trying to pull his pants back up. This bitch chased the car down, told some my shoes. Bitch, your car is gone.
Car is gone. Like, yo,
wow.
Right, busted his whole face up.
Yo, and then he was trying to pull his pants up, so that was hilarious. But
Hey,
y'all gotta start paying y'all car notes, bro. Like,
Yeah, get it
pay the
together.
fucking car notes. Like, if anything, pay half of that shit. I don't know. I mean, I know shit is hard out here. Trust and believe me, I'm not perfect, but pay them fucking car notes. If anything, the two things you said
That's
should be
your
paid
livelihood,
for,
your rent and your
and
car note.
The first two things that should be paid for.
Yeah, guess what, mama? I hope the coochie was hitting on something, but guess what? This the last time you getting this penis.
Somebody said she was 2 pumps away from getting her car payment.
Yeah,
She
he
might
might
have
have
been.
been there. Yeah, he might have been there.
And
about to
guess
give
what,
her-
baby? Shit not getting paid now.
Yo, let me ask you this. This is crazy. What I'm about to say. This is real,
Oh,
real crazy. Do you think, as a woman's,
that's a women's.
Are you asking Keon as a woman or me?
I'm asking Keon.
The fuck am I to see that shit sound like you?
Shit.
I am
He said,
asking
as a woman.
I'm not a
No,
fucking
no, no.
woman.
I'm not saying you as the woman. But
Oh,
from
hey
men's
Leah, be
logic.
clear on what you saying, yo, because you got me looking real crazy right now. Is it the fucking purple?
No, you look great.
I thought my shit was.
Yeah,
I
you
thought my
look
shit was fly.
very. Was it
Very
Debonair. No, what's the other word? Demure.
Even though that shit means calm, but
Yeah, but we'll figure that.
anyway, do you think any? I ain't gonna hold you, bro. If I had a coochie, I might be a hoe.
If I had a coochie and I thought like how I thought now, I would be a whore.
I'm sure you would.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
definitely be.
My shit say, "What you gonna do for my birthday?" I'll be fucking lotto.
I would not be
Big
broke.
mama.
I would not be broke.
No.
I would not be broke.
Me and my friends had this conversation a lot.
You're
You
whores.
really- No.
No, so I'm joking. Our friends are not whores. That's a
We're
joke.
not.
Don't play with them.
And not to say that's the problem, but it's unfortunate for us. It's like, yo, we really could clean up. We had the mindset of some of these other bitches. Like,
Yeah.
we look good. We
I don't
know
understand
our
why-
stuff is good.
I understand why women got
But we
morals.
don't have the fucking mindset to be like, yeah, what you gonna give me? Like, I don't even like a nigga to buy me a drink. Like, no, I'm good.
Well, that's because of how you grew up. But I mean, essentially, I think. Go ahead.
I ain't buying her no more drinks. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah.
But I think
I wish the fuck I would.
there was
Get it yourself, baby.
There was a generation of
I got it,
women
big dog.
who wanted to be accepted for their skill set. And when I mean skill set, I mean, you know, their education, their work ethic, and, you know, everything that falls under that umbrella. And at some point, the whore got looked down upon, right? Like when you found out a girl
Until
was,
they realized that the whore was winning.
Yeah.
And in hindsight.
But to an extent.
James
yeah.
said it best. These hoes be winning.
Yeah.
But to an extent, let's be real. Like,
Yeah, because that shit come with a lot of torment and punishment.
Yeah.
So I don't advise no woman. Like I got,
and respect is not there.
yeah, I got sisters and I got daughters.
Right.
So yeah, it ain't nothing that I won't do for y'all. So y'all ain't got to lay on your back. I rather be broke and provide for my daughters before I allow you to go lay on your back for that shit. Ain't nothing that your daddy can't do.
And I completely respect that shit because I would be the same way. I don't want if I had a daughter. No, you don't need to lay on
I
your
got
back.
two of them motherfuckers.
Right. So
And two sons.
Right.
Nigga, yeah, it ain't nothing. I don't want my sons to ever think that they gotta sell drugs. I don't want my daughters to feel like they ever gotta lay on their back.
So let me ask you this.
I'm a over provide. If I gotta go
ask
to
him
bed tired or not go to bed at all, I wish the fuck y'all would.
I'm gonna ask him this:
Cause I'm gonna provide.
if your son was a porn star, would you care?
Yes. Real rap.
A porn star, yo.
Real rap. Like, yo, like a lot of niggas, like, bro, a lot of niggas glorify a lot of things. Like you can side eye and all of that other shit, right? It is a double standard when it comes down to certain shit,
It
right?
is.
But that's not something that I would want my son to take on that lifestyle.
I guess the question really is: would you look at him a certain way?
Yes. Like, nigga, you don't have to do this.
And let's say he making like 6 figures off this shit. I'm talking about to the point where he can buy your homes and all that shit.
But you still don't have to do that, though, bro.
I mean, you would care.
Yeah,
Like, yo, and I know it sounds crazy coming from a man and niggas, men, I don't care what y'all say. Like, bro, certain things I just don't want for my children. I made these people. It's certain things that I just don't want for you.
Right.
I don't want you, like, bro, you would never want your sons to have hardship if you could prevent it.
Yeah.
I don't want my son to be exploited for money if he don't have to. Like, bro, you ain't dumb. You can get paper any type of way if you use your intelligence. There are so many kids out here, right, that have figured out, I think the hack came from like Missouri or some shit like that. I forget where it came from exactly. But y'all niggas figured out how to start a Kia with a cell phone charger.
Right.
So, nigga, you don't gotta sling dick. Now, let's break it down to what it is. You ain't gotta sling dick to get paper. You don't gotta do that. You don't gotta do that to get ahead. Now, if that's your life choice and you like it or you love it, guess what? I'm gonna stick beside you. I love you. That's my boy.
So I'm gonna tell you an interesting situation I had on Twitter.
Not your son. Oh my God.
No.
I like to say him, so I could picture you.
No, I'm not a porn star at all.
Little porn professional.
But
OnlyFans be my pieces be popping.
OnlyFans is a weird place because you never know who subscribes to that shit. So, but anyway,
Tony, what's your OnlyFans name?
I don't have.
What would be your porn star name? Your name? Can I say your name? Your porn star name.
What would it be? He said no, so I gotta respect my man here. I don't know, to be real with you, but I remember there was a young lady on.
I want a cool nickname. Everybody know me as Keon. Keon. Key.
I always wanted a cool name too, like Cookie or something.
It might be Longwood Tony. That'd probably be it.
But you know what's the crazy thing? When I order food, you know what my name is?
What?
Tony.
I hate that shit. That's
your
funny.
name is common as fuck.
It is.
Not his real name, though.
Yeah, no.
Nah, his first and last name is one in a million.
Yes.
It's one of one.
Yeah, that shit is it.
But
I know exactly who they talking about when they say them names. I be like, God damn it, Tony.
But damn, what was my point?
I don't know. The name that
I was talking about the Twitter story. So it was this young lady on Twitter who was like, my parents are okay with what I do, but I was like, they probably not proud. So she responded like, fuck you, nigga, you da-da-da-da-da. And I'm just like, all right. But
now you're defensive.
Yeah, but
you're
not
proud of it.
Right. And I'm like, they might respect what you do, but I guarantee you they're not going around like, yeah, my daughter's a porn star.
Yo, you know what they saying? Realistically, in their bedroom, you know what? We don't have to financially take care of her.
Right.
She's taking care of her own bills. She's not calling to us for anything. Her gifts on Christmas and birthdays are amazing, but they're not proud of what. And I said
to her, I said, loving you and being proud of you are totally two different things.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? They could love you all you want.
Talk about it.
But being proud of what you're doing, I highly doubt they're proud of that. Like, I'm not running to the Thanksgiving dinner and they be like, yo, how your daughter doing? Oh, yeah, you know, she got that OnlyFans and she...
shit is...
no.
She's getting money.
She getting money, you know what I'm saying?
I say she had customer service right before I say
Right. Like, I'm just like...
I will say anything. She sell goddamn Bibles.
Right, yeah. I
will never admit to that.
What we got next, Leah?
Oh, shit. This nigga's in the way.
Alright. Marlon Wayans gets the last laugh, at Vlad.
I was happy about that.
Yes.
Because if you remember...
Shay and got over 1 million views.
In 24 hours. And
yeah, I watched a portion of that Shay interview, and I genuinely like Marlon Wayans.
Me too. I think he's a good guy.
I love his body of work.
My perception.
I love all his body of work, so on and so forth. I don't particularly care for all of the stand-up, but genuinely, that's a dope ass family to be in.
Yes, it is.
Yo,
It's an iconic family.
The Wayans is
Iconic.
Is them.
Yeah, iconic.
Kim, all of them.
What's the
Damon,
yeah.
Marlon, Sean.
Yeah,
I think it's like 30 of them niggas.
Yeah, it's like.
But that's a dope ass family. So iconically, I love their body of work. More Money, Don't Be a Menace.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's countless
shows.
The Wayans brothers show as a whole. You know, we grew up on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I appreciate that. I really don't have nothing negative to say. Like, I think that, like I said, as a whole, they are great as a unit. They have never really been in the tabloids for nothing super
crazy.
negative.
Yeah, no.
So I don't have a negative thing to say about that.
I think the only person that's probably been in the tabloids is Marlon, and that was probably for paying child support.
Yeah, but I know 100 niggas that pay child support. So I have nothing negative to say about that family. I think they're a dope ass family, and I love the fact that of their network as a whole, as a family. That shit is dope.
Yeah, I just think, you know, Vlad going on a rant about how he wouldn't do, because the beef between him and Vlad was, he wanted Marlon to come on, so Marlon had gave him some stipulations, like he wanted 40K, he wanted a certain percentage of royalties and things of that nature, and Vlad was like, nah, I'm not doing that shit, you not even blah blah blah.
Yeah, not only did he say he wasn't doing that, but he shit on it. He was like, 40K, you don't even get 40K views.
Right.
Like, bitch, what is up with it?
I think him getting the last laugh was kind of like iconic in a way, because it's
you called me.
Right. And it's like,
nigga, bro, I didn't call you.
This could have been
Who are you?
This could have been an interview for you, but because you put me in this box, or you thought I wasn't relevant, I don't know how he didn't think he was relevant. Like you said, we grew up on that shit.
Yeah.
So there's a whole demographic or generation that...
This nigga was in Above the Rim with Tupac.
Right. Like there's a whole
fuck
generation...
you think I'm not worth it?
There's a whole generation that understands and respects that family. So how could you not think he wouldn't be worth an interview?
Yeah, Marlon, if you ever wanted to do a local type of thing with some real niggas, and we can get up here and chop it up, and trust me, I'm going at you. Yeah, fuck what is one time for the one time. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, we got the reach for it. Like, yo, like you be surprised how many starts come from
just
what we doing right there, and answer the question, because people won't humble themselves to admit that they need help, or yo, you know what I mean? Like, man, it takes nothing. Like,
yeah, but I think Vlad was like,
because who are you?
For that. Yeah, I think Vlad was
like
up for that.
You got a huge platform, but don't knock what he got going on. You try to belittle that man, and he said, "Fuck you, suck my dick."
So, Tony, do you think people will stop fucking with Vlad, or
no? His platform is too big.
We've seen people who were, I guess you would say, reoccurring guests. You know, like what's his name, Lil Jamal, Godfrey.
Bootsy is like a staple on there too.
Yeah, but those type of people, you know, once they had their issues with him, you know, they kind of separated them. Not kind of, they did separate themselves. But because his platform is so huge, people kind of want to take the opportunity. If I'm an up and coming artist, why wouldn't I go to Vlad? Because that's more reach.
Right.
But at the same time, I mean,
you gotta have some type of integrity.
Yeah, it goes back to kind of what we talked about last week with the whole Tyrese thing. When we talked about unity, like, we don't really have no unity when it comes to our shit.
Right.
Like, granted, let's be real here. I understand the demographics. You know, there are more white people in this country than any other ethnicity. So you kind of have to tap into that demographic to get to a certain point financially. But at the same time, no, it's true. It's true. You have to like when you think about it, it's certain artists that I fuck with who should have a broader
bro, but
Currency is one of those artists that I think should definitely be on superstar status, but because he doesn't tap into,
he stick to his guns.
And he's comfortable with living.
If we band together more, we wouldn't have to depend on anyone but us if we stuck together
I think,
as a whole.
Yeah,
that's just what it is.
I think you're right. We give way too much
power to other.
Not even power, access.
Yeah,
we give way too much access to other cultures. Like the prime example, you know what I hate the most is when a white boy do some black shit and they be like, "Oh, he invited to the cookout."
Yeah,
why?
Right.
We don't know anything about this person. Okay, he got a little rhythm.
But or when you speak articulate, right? You talk white.
That's true.
I talk English.
Let's segue into the next topic on that. So people say code switching and cosplaying are the same thing.
No.
What is different?
Wait,
cosplaying and code switching are the
like
same
that,
thing.
like the kamikaze.
No.
Thing? Like
cosplaying is like what Kendrick assumed Drake does.
Like
code switching is like
and like playing a role,
right?
Whereas the code switching is going from your professional being like I work in corporate America, so
or like what y'all do in the barbershop when certain
they separate.
Yeah, when certain separate. Like what y'all do in the barbershop.
Yo, this is my job.
Yeah,
so I have to act accordingly.
Right.
Like this is how I get paid.
Versus cosplaying when he puts on a whole, Jamaican accent to South Africa.
Yeah, no, I don't know how to do
different
that.
things. They different things to me because cosplaying is getting into character. Code switching is I'm doing a certain thing for a certain amount of hours and then I'm back to who I am after these hours are up.
Yeah, like you got to do that. Like if you work in corporate America,
yes,
you could be the most ghettoest nigga.
Shit, I do it at work. So.
Yeah, if you work in corporate, nigga, I'm self-employed and I do it. Like certain clients come in, like, yeah, bro, I know I can't really talk the way I would normally talk if I'm talking to you.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I know I got to talk like I got some type of common sense. Yeah. And that's for them to be a repeat client. There are some clients where, nigga, they know what it is with me.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. Like, I don't get in my car and bang on the steering wheel like, I can't believe I did that. No. It's like, yo, I got to get this bag now. I'm not, like, you can't talk to me and say things like, yeah, because you people or black people, yeah, we not going to do that. I'm just going to beat you up and we're going to be good on that. But when it comes down to, you have your children with you. Okay, cool. We can change the music, the movie or whatever. It's setting a comfortable environment for a place for people to return so I can keep getting my money. But outside of that shop, nah, and I'm not super duper ignorant at all. I don't want the people to think that. I'm not ignorant at all. When I step into, like I said, when we were talking about white tablecloth restaurants, I carry myself accordingly. I ain't gonna go in there and be like, where the scrimps at? Because I don't talk like that.
Don't talk
it's not even how I talk.
Right.
So I'm not a super thug. I'm not a super nigga. I'm just me, bro. I don't know how to be nothing but me. Like, and I think that's why people like me so much. Like, bro, I'm me. I'm funny at times. I may be ignorant at times, but ultimately,
I think the best way to define it, cosplaying is pretending you from a culture. Code switching is simply just, like you said earlier, being professional and then being yourself. Those are the two different things. Like, cosplaying is like, oh yeah, it's like if a nigga moved to California and all of a sudden he
a surfer.
No, he a gangbanger. You
right.
Know what
okay.
You know what I'm saying? You're not really about that shit. You just kind of trying to fit in with the people you surrounded by.
Yeah, bro. Because if you kept it, you're quote unquote real. You're quote unquote real.
Right.
You wouldn't have a fucking job.
Right.
And you wouldn't be able to take care of your family.
Right.
So you can sit here and play that role if you want to, but I just don't believe in that. Like, if you work in corporate America, if you are a sole proprietor,
everybody does. I don't even think that's a race thing. I think everybody does. Yeah,
everybody does it. Like, I don't think even when my white clients coming in, I got quite a few. Like, my clientele base is diverse.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? They coming in, they get a little bit cooler.
Yeah.
You got an Indian man that come.
I got a couple of them.
That was him last night. If that's the person she talking
about. That's my guy.
Right. He was laughing at every joke.
Yeah, but you know what he recognizes? His wealth. Like, I know for a fact that I was like, yeah, how's the new job going? He's super duper intelligent. He's in IT. And he like, yeah, I quit the job because I ain't like how they were treating the brown and black people. I quit. I said, you just quit? But he also has a family that got his back, which is a blessing.
Right.
It's not a bad thing. Right. It's not a slight. But yeah, he got it. He like, yeah, I quit that job. He's like, I couldn't work there, and they kept.
Nitpicking, yeah.
Yeah, he said, nah, I'm not gonna keep going that for he was like, brown and black people. He was like, it was a co-worker. He's like, man, I told him like, bro, you should quit. And the black dude was like, bro, I can't. Cause sometimes, not with all of us, we don't support each other, bro. On a small platform or a larger one. We just really don't support each other, bro. It's like a crab in a barrel type of mentality, because that's the mindset that I feel as though that America as a whole has put you in. But if you just genuinely band together and say, yo, we gonna figure this shit out, we probably get a little further before I say, yeah, shit, let Tony. No. Let's figure it out together. But that's, you know what I mean? That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah.
But
what we got next, Leah?
All right. Last topic. The Chicago rapper Lil Law was shooting his rap video, and some shooting rang out.
Did you see the video?
That shit was...
Chicago's wild.
Chicago is the wild, wild west.
Yeah, like my mans was telling me, like, we was thinking about going to Chicago, and he was like, yeah, just make sure you stay here.
People tell you the demographics of where you should be at and where you shouldn't go. All that shit because you listen to Smirk and you want to go on O Block and you want...
Oh, I'm not going there.
You're dumb.
Yeah, I'm not going there.
That's when keeping it real goes wrong.
I just generally thought it was just crazy how he had his joint.
He was clutching.
Yeah.
He like, yeah, man, the fucking man. He nigga said, God damn it.
I think
him and his man that was right next.
Everybody. I even think the cameraman had his joint on.
Yeah, everybody had their joint on.
Yeah, so it's like in my mind, it's like
yeah, because one thing about me, when I go outside on the mean streets of Reisterstown, I keep that joint on me.
The R, baby.
Yeah, the R, big R's.
Yeah.
Niggas, I'm like, these niggas in the game.
We're not in the game.
If they knew what the fuck Reisterstown was,
yes, Reisterstown
should say Pleasantville.
Pretty much. But I think that shit was kind of cool in the sense of just everybody just being prepared. I mean, I hate that for him in the sense of he's trying to do his thing, but at the same time,
but he knew what it was.
Yeah,
he knew what the fuck he was shooting that video at.
Yeah,
nigga said, nigga said, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Nigga said, fuck this rap song.
Right. I would have been on the same type of time.
Yeah,
like,
facts, bro.
Like, niggas get the shooting, I'm gonna pull out. Like, I don't know what's happening, but
I'm gonna have this gun in my hand.
Yeah, salute to him. I think it was a genius.
Full circle.
Yeah, yo, if I don't fully condone, I don't condone senseless violence.
Yeah,
but that was necessary.
Yeah,
not saying that the bullets was for him or anything like that. I don't know, but guess what he was.
Prepared.
Shit.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in. We'll be back next week with another episode.
Yes, sir. And as always, like, follow, subscribe, repost, and if you are not a bitch ass nigga,
I got something to say.
And repost.
That especially. But listen, for you people who keep trying to play with us,
we ain't them.
We not
them.
And I'm sick and tired of people who find themselves in a position, right? You got your opportunity. Now, what if I threw the little on it? You got your little opportunity, right? It sound different, and it sound undermining of what you've achieved in the sense. But don't think for once, just because you are where you are, that niggas like me and this man right here and this young lady can't surpass you.
And we working, people. At the end of the day, we are working. This is we at the starting ground, maybe a little bit further, but we working. But I promise, when I shoot, I'ma shoot. And I don't care about what you say about our podcast. I don't care about what you say about me, Tony, Leah, anybody, when you shoot, I promise you I'm going to shoot back. But for all of those that love us and support us, we thank you. And hopefully some of them negative energies, we can turn that around. But if not, I got a fully loaded clip. When I say clip, I mean comments and responses to all of y'all, bro.
Yes.
We working. We thank y'all for tuning in to the podcast, the Wiretap podcast. Like, follow, subscribe, repost, comment if you dare, if you really fucking with us, man. And give us a little bit of critique.
Yeah.
Constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism.
Don't come shooting, because I shoot back.